Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to another special Connect with the Qur'an. And it's day 4 of Hajj days. And I was looking at du'as to remember, to think about on these special days. We went a bit about what the month of Zulhijjah was about, how it got reinstated as it came down all the way from Ibrahim AS. So the dua that I want to start with today is from of Ibrahim alayhi salam. It is mentioned in Surah Ibrahim at Ayah 40. It does go as a list of du'as that he started to make and it starts from 35, but the one I'm picking up is from Ayah 40. But before I start, I will use the du'a of Musa alayhi salam that he always starts with, Rabbi-jʿalnī sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli, and alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. So the dua that Ibrahim alayhi salam made after he made the dua for let this be a blessed city, make it one of peace and security, and preserve us. So it was on Tawheed, that preserve us from worshipping idols. And it went on. But the one which I feel sort of is most relevant for us, which I'd like us to, especially in this beautiful time and these beautiful days and in this difficult era and time, is that it starts with Rabbi shrah li. No, it starts with Rabbi-jʿalnī muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti min dhurriyyati Rabbana taqabbal du'a Rabbana ighfir li wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minīna yawma yaqūmul hisāb. So it's a beautiful one that starts with asking, oh my Rabb, make me aqīmaṣ-ṣalāh. So make me steadfast in salah. And then it goes on to say, and also, aqimus-salah, it says, Rabbi shrah li, I'm getting confused now. It says, Rabbi-jʿalnī muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti, make me of the one who establishes salah, muqīmaṣ-ṣalāh, wa min dhurriyyati, and also from my dhurriyyah, from my offsprings. Min dhurriyyati, Rabbana, and you are the acceptor for du'as. And then he continues to ask, Rabbana ighfir li, please forgive me. And then he goes on to say, Rabbana ighfir li wa li walidayya, and my parents, and all mu'mineen. And all mu'mineen, let us, please forgive us, yawma yaqumul hisab, on the day of resurrection. So the beautiful thing about this dua is that he's asking for his children that they be steadfast on salah. Then he's asking for forgiveness for himself and for the elderly, for his parents, and all of the Muslims thereafter. And you know, it's at many levels it's beautiful. It's got both thinking of your downline and your upline. Then the other thing, and the aqimus-salah, it's about that steadfastness. It's not just about, you know, mechanically just saying our salah. And even like when we are on Hajj, or whether we are those who have not gone on Hajj, is can we use these 10 days, these beautiful 10 days, to renew our intentions, to ask Allah to establish us in salah, because it's a powerful personal legacy, you know, of what's good for us, and it's also for a community of uniting. So salah is our core of our spiritual core, and it's the lifeline of faith. You know, we have it, Salatul Miftahul Jannah, that the salah is the key to Jannah, and it is our key at everything. That's the first thing we're going to be questioned on. So so that's what, you know, and the beautiful thing is, yes, we ask, Ya Allah, let my son get a job, let him get a decent home, and let him this, or let him get a decent wife, and all the du'as that we make for our children. There's nothing wrong, and that's beautiful. But, you know, sometimes it's just catch the base. If you get the base right, if you get those things right, everything else, inshallah, will start falling in place. And plus, you know, we talk about du'as and everything. Why I wanted to bring this one, aqimus-salah, what is it? Waj'alni muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti. So it's about establishing salah, because, you know, many people say, oh, our du'as don't get accepted, or we don't. But you're missing your Zuhr, Asr, and, you know, you're just saying your Fajr and your Maghrib, because somehow some people tend to think Fajr and Maghrib, yes, they are key times, but it doesn't mean you can skip Zuhr. It doesn't mean you can skip Asr. first let us be punctual in all our salahs. Once let's get that right, then your du'as will just flow. And you know, Allah has promised us, whether it's after you sit in salah, whether it's between the adhan and the iqama and all those things. So him praying that and he starts in this series of du'as that starts from 35. In 30, he says he's praising Alhamdulillah alladhi wahabli ala, in my old age. Allah gave me, Alhamdulillah to him, the Allah who gave me in my old age, Ismail and Ishaq. And he is Rabbi lasamiu dua, and he listens to all du'as. So also take from that, and then the dua he makes, he says, Rabbi-jʿalnī muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti. It starts with Rabbi-j�alnī muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti min dhurriyyati. So make me steadfast on salah and my dhurriyyah too. And immediately he says, Rabbana taqabbal dua. You qubul, you accept our dua. You accept our duas, you give us a reply to it, and then what happens that you cover us with forgiveness, me and my parents and all Muslims on the day of reckoning. So it's from inception of when your children are small, when the journey is through the dunya, he takes it, and this is the beauty. Allah does that, you know, he gives us the two ends of the minimum and the maximum. Like in Ayatul Kursi, like, you know, he doesn't sleep, but he doesn't even slumber. So too, the du'as are made encapsulating everything. So starting with, for the descendants, it's not about material success, it's about their spirituality. We get that right. And then it finishes off that now for all Muslims, at the end of the day, then please forgive us all. Forgive us, our parents and everything. The other beautiful thing I want to bring in with this is that how you can, with those who have small children, the beautiful thing is you can start reciting the first bit. You can say, Rabbi-j�alnī muqīmaṣ-ṣalāti min dhurriyyati Rabbana taqabbal dua. This is a dua. Then you can get Rabbana taqabbal dua. We can all say together, like in a chorus. And then the children can continue, Rabbana ghfirli wa liwalidayya wa lilmu'minīna yawma yaqūmul hisāb. And that is the children making dua for us also while we are alive. It doesn't have to be that we're long gone and then they make dua for us. It is so all that just encapsulates beautifully. And I would like to think that even if we're not on Hajj and we are spiritually connected to this season of Ibrahim alayhi salam, it's a timeless dua, and and it's sharing the Hajj, like I said, when you echo it, even sitting before Maghrib or at any time, even in the car, be reading this dua. So if you can be using this to connect with small children, when we are bigger, do it. But it's one of those beautiful duas. Many people use this dua, if I'm not mistaken, in salah after you do your tashahhud and you're sitting in your iqada position, in the sitting position, and when you say the salawat, Durud Ibrahimi, then after that some people say another dua, says some other Rabbana, but this one is also, it can be and is said by many at that time. So I find that a really beautiful way to, on Hajj, out of Hajj, but for us not at Hajj, sitting at home, to remember that one of the baseline du'as of Ibrahim alayhi salam, after wishing for Makkah to be safe and for Allah to send a prophet to that city, all of that at a personal level, and we can relate to those du'as which are made at a personal level. So the personal level, we can share with Ibrahim alayhi salam that we have children, we can share with him that we have parents, and so on. So those are the first people to share with. So with that, I'd like to end off and pray that it's been of value. So Subhana Rabbika Rabbil Izzati Amma Yasifun wa Salamun al Mursaleen walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.